Hey guys, Metal Driver 89 here, bringing you another WWE review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the Basic Series 93 Undertaker action figure. As you can see, this Undertaker is based on his Ministry of Darkness persona. Here you can see a nice, cool image of the Undertaker on the back of the box. You see images of the other figures that are in this wave, which include Bayley, Macho Man Randy Savage, Jinder Mahal, and Triple H. So we're going to go ahead and open up this Undertaker action figure and take a much closer look at the figure. Now that we have the Undertaker out of the packaging, we can take a closer look at the figure, and as you can see, this figure is based on his Ministry of Darkness era, his persona. This outfit was mainly seen during his early 1999 run before WrestleMania 15. After that WrestleMania, you saw it a few times here and there. The outfit does have some detail on it. It's got some of those buttons and some things on his shoulders. I'm not exactly sure what they are. Does have some designs on the sides of his tights, as well as his tattoos, which look pretty decent, although the elite versions usually have more detail. As I said before, this is a basic figure, so the basic figures, usually have less articulation. The arms do rotate all the way around, they hinge from the sides. They do not have a bicep swivel. They do have single jointed elbows. There is no ab crunch. There is a waist swivel. The legs do go up and back. There is a single jointed knee that is pretty tight. And then there is a calf rotation. The only other articulation that we do see is from the wrists. They hinge, they swivel, and then the heads move side to side and just slightly up and down. Aside from that, basic figures don't really have that much in articulation. Taking a look at the head scan, it does look really good. Now, the box did not say True Effects, but a lot of the basic figures in the newer series do have the True Effects features. At least that's what I've seen, and this one definitely has that. Honestly, it was the reason why I picked up this figure. But to give it a quick comparison, here is the elite counterpart of this same Undertaker. As you can see, the two head scans, even though they share the same head sculpt, the scans look vastly different. The one on the left, which was the previous release of this head sculpt, and elite version, doesn't look as detailed, whereas the one on the right looks very detailed. So I really like how that turned out. So here is a better look at the two figures side by side. So here is also another comparison using the Defining Moments Undertaker. As you can see, they do share the same head sculpt. However, the head scans or the paint applications, however you want to describe it, are different. Mainly this one is the most notably different because it does feature the True Effects detailing. Now this Undertaker, this was not the first time we've seen this head scan. The first time we actually seen it was with the 2010 SDCC exclusive Undertaker. Now, this figure is the re-released version of that figure. Basically, it's the same figure with just a few exceptions. It has slightly different paint apps, and the most notable difference from this one and the Comic-Con exclusive is that this one has painted eyes, whereas the other one had white eyes to replicate his eyes rolling back in his head. Now, if you notice with this Undertaker, he has a hairline here at the bottom. It's practically shaved. It's very, very short, whereas with this one, it's not really. I mean, you can slightly see a line here at the bottom. It's pretty much painted in. Now this is more accurate looking from what I remember and when I watch Ministry of Darkness Undertaker from that era. He does have shorter hair below this hairline, but it's not as buzzed or shaved looking as this. So this one is more accurate. And then here, as you can see with the new one, here you see the hairline again. It's short down here. And here getting a closer, better look at all three. So this new one definitely is much better. And I really like how that looks. Now, normally I do not buy basic figures or core figures, however you want to refer to them. They're just not for me. I'm an elite collector, so I like my wrestling figures to have good articulation, mainly because I like to pose them and take photos of them. I rarely buy the basics. The only times I do are usually in two instances. One, if it's really cheap on Amazon and I would like to add it to my audience or arena background characters for my photography. Or, in the second instance, is when the head scan is better than the elite counterpart. And in this case, this head scan is much better than the elite versions. So, what I'm about to do is I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to swap this head with this Undertaker. Even though the outfit isn't really the elite counterpart to this, this head scan is my least favorite due to the shaved head on the side. I'm not really a big fan of that look. So, we'll be right back in a few minutes and we'll see a swap on these two figures. Alright, now that I finished that head swap, you can see the two figures have swapped their heads, obviously. So looking at now the defining moments Undertaker with the new basic series head sculpt, it looks really good. The only downside is that the skin tone doesn't quite match up with the new head scan, which is a little unfortunate, but for me this looks way better. Way better than the previous head scan. And you move this basic aside, and I do have another defining moments Undertaker to compare it to. So now we can accurately see the two Undertakers side by side. And even though the skin tone on the new head scan doesn't quite match the defining moments body, I really like it. It looks really good. So, what is my final verdict on the basic figure? Well, if you're a big fan of The Undertaker like myself and you would like to swap the heads on one of the elite Ministry of Darkness Undertakers, then yeah, go ahead and pick it up. Otherwise, if you're not really interested in doing that, it's an easy pass, especially for an elite collector like myself. I don't really see many other elite collectors wanting to pick that up. But yeah, so it's up to you. So, if you like this review, go ahead, hit that like button. If you want to support this channel, you can hit subscribe. And as always, stay tuned till the end so you can see a slideshow of this Undertaker figure in action. And I'll see you next time.